In this lesson, we're going to learn two new properties of exponents. We are starting with the quotient of powers property. And please set your notebooks up so it looks like this screen, and unpause it when you have gotten your notebook all set up. We are going to start with the given problem that looks like the following. X to the fifth over x to the third. The expanded form of x to the fifth is x times itself 5 times over the expanded form of x to the third, which looks like that. Now, anything divided by itself is 1. So if I take a look at x divided by x here, x divided by x equals 1. X divided by x here is equal to 1. And x divided by x here is equal to 1. So we really have 1 times 1 times 1 times x, which means the simplified exponential form is x to the second power. The simplified form does not apply to this question because it's just algebra. Let's try another one. The next one is 6 to the ninth over 6 to the fifth. So if I write the expanded form, I would write out 9 6's multiplied together. Okay, and then the denominator is going to have 5 6's multiplied together. We're going to do the same idea as above. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 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 And 6 divided by 6 is 1. So what we really have left is 6 times 6 times 6 times 6, or 6 to the fourth power. The simplified form of that you would type into your calculator, and you get 1,296. Alright, third example. A to the seventh over a to the second. The expanded form you can try on your own if you'd like. Pause this and try this one on your own. So we have a times itself 7 times on the top. We have a times itself on the bottom. A divided by a is 1. A divided by a is 1. So we have 1 times 1 times a times a times a times a times a. And that is a to the fifth power. So like we did in previous lessons, we are going to try to find the shortcut from the given to the simplified exponential form without having to go through the expanded form. So take a moment to think about that. The shortcut, if you don't have it yet, please pause so you can think more. The shortcut is, as long as the bases are the same, again, x and x are bases, 6 and 6 are bases, a and a are bases. So as long as the bases are the same, we can subtract the exponents. So if the bases are the same, subtract the exponents. Alright, so underneath the shortcut, I don't have any room here, so I am going to make room over to the side, but you should put it underneath. Here is the property. If the bases are the same and we are dividing, because this is called the quotient property, so same bases but we're dividing different exponents, we subtract the exponents and keep the base the same. That's the subtraction. So b to the m over b to the n is going to equal b to the m minus n power. This is the property that you need to know, so make sure that you mark it well in your notebook, and we will be doing some practice problems with this tomorrow. Moving on to the next property, so this one was quotient of powers property. The next is power of a quotient property. So the titles are very, very similar. The power of a quotient property looks like this as an example. 3/4 raised, oh, sorry about that. 3/4 raised to the second power. So let's go through the expanded form of this one. So 3/4 to the second power is 3/4 times 3/4. Now we're going to use our knowledge of multiplying fractions. We multiply the numerators, 3 times 3, and we multiply the denominators, 4 times 4. So if we look at it this way, the simplified exponential form is 3 squared over 4 squared. And then we would do that calculation, and we get 9 over 16. A second example is x over 2 raised to the 4th power. So the expanded form is x over 2 times itself 4 times. So if we look at the numerators, we have x to the 4th. And if we look at the denominators, we have 2 to the 4th. And then the simplified form would be x to the 4th over 16, since 2 to the 4th equals 16. A third example is a over b raised to the 3rd power. So the expanded form would be a over b times a over b times a over b. In the simplified exponential form, a times a times a is a to the 3rd. The denominator, b times b times b, is b to the 3rd. And that's it. So think about how we can go from the given to the simplified exponential form using a shortcut without going through the expanded form version. Pause if you need time to think. The shortcut is that the exponent applies to both the numerator and the denominator. So if you take a look at this first one, the exponent 2 applied to the 3 and to the 4, the exponent 4 applied to the x and the 2, and the exponent 3 applied to the a and to the b. So we are ready for the property, and the property says if you have a over b raised to the nth power, it becomes a to the nth power over b to the nth power. That is the power of a quotient property. So we have a quotient here, and it's raised to the nth power, so we have a power of a quotient, and that's where all of these get their names. It tells you exactly what you're looking at. That is all the notes for this section. So we learned 2 of them in this section. We will be practicing problems in class.